Hey everybody, it's Tim Miller with the Bulwark. Last night, two of Kamala Harris's most important surrogates and possible VP contenders took Donald Trump and J.D. Vance to the woodshed at a joint event in Ambler, Pennsylvania. All right, let's back up. Before I show you the clips, and these guys are pretty good, I gotta say, I want to just make sure people understand why these two surrogates in particular are more important than any others, even if they don't get chosen to be Robin to Kamala's Batman. That is because they are the governors of two of the three most important states on the map, Michigan and Pennsylvania. Now, the blue wall that makes up the states that Kamala Harris needs to get to 270 includes both of their states plus Wisconsin, which also has a Democratic governor, Tony Evers, who's a little less dynamic on the stump. And so these two are kind of her secret weapons, right? If Kamala can leverage the popularity and the support of Shapiro and Whitmer, that gets you almost all the way to the presidency. Yeah. And so because these two are so key, what I particularly liked about tonight is that they had this kind of dynamic duo routine going between the two of them, and imagining the two of them out on the stump together, lifting all boats in both of their states, leveraging each of their strengths. Their strengths are different. Shapiro appealed much more to the kind of suburban former Republican types, though he also did pretty well with Trump voters in rural Pennsylvania. And Gretchen Whitmer, with a strong message on Roe, with I think kind of an MO of being a tough, they call her Big Gretch, kind of a badass in the leather jacket. I think that she's speaking both, with dynamism and with authority to women voters in the state of Michigan, but also, I think offers a message that appeals across the gender boundary. So the two of them both have their own skills, and I think when you look at them together on stage, you can watch in these videos, you can see them kind of looking at each other with admiration, smiling, clapping. That's going to be really important. And imagining the three of them on stage with Kamala, maybe the fourth on stage if there's a different VP that's not one of these two. It's a picture of a younger, future-oriented, more dynamic Democratic Party that's going to be pretty tough for Trump and Vance to match. All right, let's look at some of the highlight reels. Shapiro focused more of his energy on the man on the top of the ticket, Donald Trump. And there are two clips here that I want to highlight. Here's the first one.
So I got a message to Donald Trump. Stop shit-talking America. This is the greatest country on the face of the earth. Let's start acting like it. I know that's true. You know that's true. He doesn't know that's true. He keeps talking us down. And he keeps trying to rip away our fundamental freedoms. I mean, I have to laugh. You ever see this guy? Like when he's on the stage, he kind of meanders over, can't really walk well. And he goes over to the flag and he hugs the flag. I mean, I love the flag, but it's a weird thing he does, right? But while he's hugging the flag, you know what he's doing? He's ripping away our freedoms.
All right. I like this one the best because this is a message that resonates with me. And because I'm part of Shapiro's core audience, former Republicans, it's good that it's resonating with me. And that is, stop shit-talking America, Donald Trump. Stop shit-talking America. It is one of the new things that Trump has brought to the kind of Republican message and coalition is this notion of American carnage, this notion that everybody around the world, these other countries are taking advantage of us, that we're dupes, a moral equivalency. Everybody does it. This is the type of thing that used to be the providence of the far left, like when I was growing up, right? That was hypercritical of America. And now Donald Trump has adopted that rhetoric. And so kind of as the type of voter that Kamala's going to need, this Bush, McCain, Romney voter who is turned off by Trump, you're playing to our biases when you're insulting Donald Trump for not shit-talking America. So I think that is a message that works on the merits. It is a message that resonates with me. And I think it is a message that is politically expedient and powerful, and Shapiro delivers it well. He then goes on, as you saw, to kind of tease Trump over his flag hugging and contrast that with the fact that he wants to take freedoms away, and the fact that we're not going back, in echoing Kamala's message there. Thought that was a very strong bit. Then we have this other clip from Shapiro trolling Trump again. Let's give that a watch.
Because he's afraid to debate her now. Do you see that? And it's not just because she's a skilled debater and a courtroom prosecutor who knows how to make the case. He's afraid to debate her because he can't defend his record. He's afraid to debate her because she knows the truth about how he failed as a president when he had the keys to the White House 4 years ago.
All right, now here, this mocking him for being afraid to debate Kamala, using that as as an entry into talking about how bad his record was, how much we all kind of hated, again, going back, thinking about the Trump era, thinking about having to look at your phone and be worried about what controversies he was stewing up. Again, and it's this entry into saying, hey, we're the future. We don't want to go back to that nonsense, to that craziness. And I think that he delivers it in an effective way because he uses trolling, uses humor to get at Donald Trump. All right. Now, Whitmer, on the other hand, focused a lot of her message on the vice presidential side of the ticket, on J.D. Vance. Here was the zinger that really got the crowd going.
Now, my grandma always said I needed to find at least one good thing about every person. And so I'll give J.D. this. He is efficient. In one sentence, he insulted women, black people, and Jewish people. That's efficient. And that's all I got.
Yeah, I like the kind of, my mom always told me to be nice thing, this upper Midwest. I spent a lot of time in Iowa. They call it Iowa nice. All the states think that they have this, that you got to find something nice to say about somebody and then jab them in the stomach with, how he's, about how his efficiency is only being used for evil ends. I liked that. I also liked this dig.
Now I got to take a minute to talk about the guy who joined his ticket a couple weeks ago. Oh, you heard of him, did you? J.D. Vance, yeah. He's really made his values clear lately. He does not see women as equals. He does not want everyone to have a seat at the table. He's scared of us. Because Democrats, we want everyone to have a seat at the table. I mean, even cat lovers and dog lovers alike. Everybody gets the jokes on the cats. That's a good sign for the Democrats. It's a bad sign for J.D. Vance when you can kind of obliquely reference a meme, a gaffe that's been going around in political media, and you can hear the crowd reply. Everybody already knows what you're talking about. The childless cat lady thing is something that is really going to dog JD, and Gretchen is up there giving him the business on it. So, look, I think as a holistic package, what you've got here is two great options for VP for Kamala Harris, and we've been talking about this a lot. There's no perfect option out there. There's potential concerns about having a 2-woman ticket. Some potential concerns about how Shapiro might raise the salience on the kind of Israel Hamas debate because of his outspoken opposition to the grossest elements of the pro-Hamas protests on campus. There's been some lefty pushback, like the DSA, Democratic Socialists of America, have been pushing back on Shapiro. So both of them have things that would come up. There's no perfect candidate, but you can see why they both would be appealing. The dynamism, the difference in how much that ticket would look, Kamala Gretch or Kamala Josh next to Trump, Vance, Don Old, JD. It's just the vibes, the image. Politics is a lot about pictures. Right, the Republicans, we used to get this. Roger Ailes got this. Mike Deaver and the Reagan folks, they got this. It's about what you just see on the nightly news. That would work a lot better in the Democrats' favor. And then you can just see on the stump how comfortable they are delivering these attacks, how comfortable they are driving a future versus past contrast, how comfortable they are using rhetoric that's going to appeal to swing voters. Just super strong candidates, no matter whether they're picked to be VP or not. They're going to play huge roles in this campaign, and so we'll be monitoring their stops when they're out on the trail. We'll be back here more. Make sure to subscribe to the feed. We'll see y'all soon.